Welcome to Look and See Outdoors. It's a beautiful day here. I've been wanting to talk about this little subject for a few weeks now. Persimmon. This comes from the persimmon tree, of course, a native tree in our area. I believe the Latin name is Diospyros virginiana. I had been passing this tree on a daily basis, and I just had never the time to stop and get some of the persimmons off of it. So it was almost spent when I finally had the opportunity, and I was able to collect. It's 6. It ain't about, but it is 6 that I was able to get, and some of them are over ripened. The persimmon is a very delicious fruit when it's ripe. However, this one may still be a little astringent. When you get them, they're green, they're very astringent. When you bite into it, I can remember as a kid we used to challenge each other to bite into it. As soon as you bite into it, your mouth just completely dries up. But it's real pulpy. Got a nice sweet taste to it. And it's loaded with these seeds, persimmon seeds. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's some smaller seeds in there, so there's about 7 or 8. See the seeds? And I cannot think of an animal that does not like to eat persimmons. I know deer love them. Turkeys. I think all your fur-bearing animals, especially your fox, your coyotes. That's actually good. Very sweet. I've had some persimmon jam before, and it was so good. Coons, they love them. Coons will climb those trees and they'll eat them, and you'll find their scat, and there'll be these whole persimmon seeds in their poop. Coyotes too. It just passes right through their digestive system, and they'll disperse the seeds out, so persimmon trees will be popping up everywhere. There's a little bit of that astringency right there. I know when I bow hunt, I love finding persimmon trees that have fruit on it. It's usually very productive in getting a deer. It's a natural bait. I remember reading one time in one of the tree ID books that I have, might have been the Peterson Field Guide to Edible Plants, Edible Wild Plants. Talked about it being the ice cream in the forest. But here's something I wanted to do. So let me get a couple of these seeds and I want to show y'all something. Some of the old folklore, back in the day, people would use animals, plants, just different things to predict upcoming weather. And from what I can see here, the persimmon seed was one of them. I don't know if this is going to show up real good. It's going to be blurry. But this part of the seed here, it'll either look like a spoon, a fork, or a knife. And if you see a spoon, it means you're going to be shoveling snow. And a fork, I can't remember, something about hay, and the knife, I'll have to look that up. I don't remember those two, but it means that it was going to be milder winters. But this, depending on my reading specs, to me, I'm going to cut a few more open, but that does look like a spoon. So definitely doesn't look like a knife. I'm going to cut a few more of these open, and we're going to see if we get a prediction for this year's winter. Y'all stand by. All right, this one is definitely a spoon. I hope that's showing up good. I know the closer I get, the blurrier it gets. Phone camera here is not wanting to, but that is definitely a spoon image. We're in southeast Alabama, so is that forecasting us to have some snow this year? It's been a while. It's been quite a while since we've had any snow, any significant snow. I mean, we've had some light dusting and whatnot, but it's been, man, 6 years maybe, or longer. Probably 5, 6 years, maybe 7, since we've had any accumulation of snow, and it actually caused us to have some snow days. So I'm going to cut a few more of these. That was just a second seed, but that is definitely a very prominent spoon image in that seed. All right, so all the seeds that I'm cutting open looks very spoon-like. And from what I know, you have a fork, which means a mild winter, the spoon means snowy, and the knife means a harsh winter, real icy. And these look more to a knife and spoon, but more spoon than anything. I think we're due for a cold winter. We'll see. All right, well, that was 7 seeds that I split open. I split open some, but some were just blank. So I guess that persimmon seed didn't know. Here's a few more. They were blank when I split them open. What does a persimmon seed taste like? Boy, that's hard. Reminds me of coconut. The way it looks. A real hard wax. I know this. It's like corn. When you find it in animal poop, it is a solid seed. And the seed looks like this. So the animals will consume the fruit. And it's real pulpy. I'm trying to think of what it reminds me of. It reminds me of a persimmon. These almost have like a bean look to them. But I've been splitting them, and how I've done that is I would hold it with my pliers, and then I would slice down the center of that seed with my little molar knife. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what lies ahead. This October, we are having some very cool mornings. I think it got down into the 40s the other day, which is fabulous. No complaints from me. I actually like snow. I got to deer hunt in the snow one year back in 1989. I graduated high school and I went up to Minnesota to stay with some friends. Their deer season was 9 days, so I got to stay up there and deer hunt, and it was snow on the ground the whole time. Man, it was so fun. I managed to take a 8-pointer and a big old doe. Those were some fun times. I'd love to get back up in that neck of the woods. It's been a while. Well, I had been to Minnesota 2019 and went up there to pick up some buses, and I drove one of them back, big MCIs, went to Minneapolis, St. Paul, and drove back. But anyway, it was interesting. This is something that I did want to talk about, so I'm here talking about it. These persimmons, these are very nutritious fruit. This one right here is going to be real astringent, I can tell. Still a little green to it, and it's hard. Almost looks like a plum. But the pulp is a little more coarse than plum, and it's got a little more tackiness to it, stickiness. But I'm telling you, if you enjoy bow hunting and you find a persimmon tree I remember one time I found a persimmon tree. It was big enough that I actually could climb. I climbed it in my climber, and I took a couple of deer that fall from it with my bow. But if you can find one within your area, that's a good place to get for your early season deer hunting. I think our bow season has opened up for the most part. Not in our area. It's usually October 15th. I know they've changed regulations over the years, and now we've got different zones throughout the state of Alabama. And ours comes in a little later because of where we're located in the state. All right, well, I'm going to clean this up. Just want to talk a little bit about these persimmon seeds. and this yummy fruit of the persimmon. Guarantee you bite into that one, your mouth's gonna be like, just like alum. Taking a spoonful of that. I wish I could have found enough to make some jelly. Last year I saw a tree from my bus, and I never did get the opportunity to go over there, and it was loaded with persimmons. It was probably some of the most persimmons that I've seen on a tree in a good many years. Alright guys, well I hope y'all enjoy this video. Please hit that like button. Leave me a comment. That'll help these videos mine get kicked up into the different algorithms of where people can start seeing them. Leaving comments helps me to help make the videos better. Hitting that like button shows me that you're enjoying it. I see a lot of, I don't know if the unlike button works anymore. It seems like the thumbs down. But I think if you're not hitting the like button, that's the same as doing that. But just trying to create content that you enjoy here on this channel. And I believe this is pretty decent content. Learning to predict the weather through persimmon seeds. We'll see how this is going to, maybe I'll be making a video in a few months and it'll be a snow day. We'll see. And then that'll prove this as being somewhat accurate. Alright guys, y'all take care. Oh, real quick, let's look at this beautiful bluebird sky. Look at that up there. Gorgeous. Appreciate everyone who's following along. Thank you for the support of this channel. Y'all take care. I'll see you.